Good morning, beautiful, blessed people. I want to tell you how amazing you are today. You need the encouragement. I can feel it. I need the encouragement. Everybody needs encouragement, okay? Do you know how, I need to look at the camera. Do you know how special you are? I don't think you guys understand how rare it is that you are here in your exact form. Like, okay, let's go back to the beginning of time. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it began, but I do know that there are things called particles and atoms and neutrons and protons. Bro, all of those things had to align perfectly to make you. Like everything in this universe, all of the particles, all of the stardust, because that's what we are, if you really break it down. We are of the universe. All of those little particles had to break down and become and form and morph into you. Is that not insane? Bro, I realized this one day. I wasn't even on anything. These are just my sober thoughts. Imagine how I would be on shrooms. I realized this one day and it literally blew my mind because I was like, oh my God, like I actually am like really magical. Like that's kind of crazy. And everybody is. And I feel like this is something that we need to realize more and have these existential thoughts, because it actually is so crazy. And if we all knew how like rare and magical we are, I feel like people wouldn't be so insecure. People wouldn't be trying to change themselves so much. We would all be like standing in our power. And that is what today's video is about today. It is about standing in your power and standing like almost on your own if no one will join you, and just continuing to be authentic and standing up for what you believe, or doing just what you know is right in your heart. Okay, so if you're watching this, I know you're a good person. I know that you care deeply about others. I know that you have big ass dreams to change the world, because you know that you are a powerful being. You know that you have particular skills, whether that be your love and empathy for people, whether that be your ability to communicate. It could be so many things. Like everybody has skills, and I know that you have some amazing skills and you are meant to change the world, and you want to. Like, I feel like you're not here to just get earthly things. Like, you're not the type of person, like, sure, would you love to have like enough money that you didn't have to stress? Of course. And would you love some like cute things here? Of course. But that is not your mission. I know that you care very deeply about people, and you've always cared about them since you were a child. I know that you have this dream of what the world could be, and you have this dream in your heart, like, I can make that happen. And sometimes you feel like maybe I can't do that, but that dream still persists, and it still wakes you up every day, and it still whispers in your ear. Even when everything's going wrong and you feel completely hopeless, you still get this little whisper, this little hope that, wait, like, I can do this. And I want you to know that you're getting that hope for a reason. If you're getting that whisper in your ear, it is because you are meant to change the world. And I think that some people think that change means like, I don't know, something you read in the history book of some like revolutionists. And you need to understand that all of those people that did these big things, they started off small. They started off always staying true to their character. They started off doing the right thing in all situations, even if that meant that they would be kind of like sacrificed. And what I mean by that is if telling the truth or doing the right thing were to somehow harm them, they didn't care, and they still did it anyways, because their desire for truth and for the world to be in order and in peace meant that they didn't care what happened to them. And that's like a true hero. Can we talk about how that's a true hero? And this is the type of person I aspire to be. It's really hard sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna sit here, I feel like I'm very like that at my best, but I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't been swayed off the track and not stuck to my like true nature and what I think is right. And it bothers me, you know what I mean? Like, it bothers me when I let people and like their opinions of me sway who I am at my core. But it is really hard to stand alone. But a true hero and a true authentic real ass bitch doesn't give a fuck who stands with them. They will stand alone. And I know I'm talking very dramatic, like life's a movie, but it is to me. Like, this is how I view everything, and I like it that way. It makes me very motivated. It makes me feel like I'm in battle. And sometimes it's hard having that mindset, because then you can look at everything as a battle and it starts to like stress you out. Like, not everything is life or death, but I have a very like need to be just like something great, and I don't care anymore. Like, I want to be something great, and I am something great, and so are you. So something I want to tell you guys is a little story. I'm not going to go into every single detail because it would be very long, but maybe I'll do a story time on that if that's what you guys would like. Anyways, I want to talk about a story of when I had to stand in my power when nobody stood with me. So a couple years ago, I was working at this factory full of disgusting men. I was 19 years old at the time, and I was probably the youngest one there. I was the baddest bitch there as well. There weren't many girls. So if you were a girl working there, oh, you're getting harassed. Oh, you're getting harassed, and you're getting misogynistic comments, and you're getting all of it, okay? And I had an incident with my superior where I was trying to move to a different job, and they had 3 weeks to move you, okay? That's a 3-week time limit. So they had 3 weeks to fill your position so they could move you to a different spot in the company. Okay, so 3 weeks pass. Oh, now it's 3 months have passed, and we've had people in and out the doors. I've trained all of them, okay? I was training like 7 people at one time. And I said to myself, I don't need to be here. I should be moved to my other spot by now. They have enough people here that they can figure it out. So I went to my supervisor and I said, hey, when do you think I'm gonna move to that job that pays more money and is less straining on my fucking body? Because I feel like I'm an 80-year-old woman right now, the way my back is cracking, lifting this heavy ass weight. And so he kept saying, oh, not yet. Oh, not yet. Okay, well, then I'm gonna go to our, it's not a union, because a union is outside the company. We had an internal union, and I went to them, which you have a right to do as a worker, and I said, he's not moving me to my job, which I applied for and received, so what are you gonna do about it? And the supervisor found out, and he confronted me about it. And did I lie? Yeah, I did. Okay, side topic. One thing about me. Oh my God, I'm so loud. Okay, I'm just very passionate. One thing about me is I believe in always being truthful, but when you need to lie, I think you should. And I don't mean lying. I'll explain more, but I do think white lies are okay, okay? Like, you don't always need to tell the truth if it's not going to help a situation, okay? So he found out that I went to the union, and he confronted me, and he said, because I went during when I was supposed to be working, and I went to the bathroom, and the reason I took so long is I told him that I had to go on the other side of the factory because we were out of tampons in that bathroom, which I technically wasn't lying, because that bathroom was literally always out of tampons, and I knew that it didn't have any. Like, every time I went in, it never had tampons. So then he begrudgingly was just like, okay. Like, you could tell he didn't believe me, but there was nothing he could say. Then I was dating this guy that I knew in high school. He also worked there. About 5 minutes after that interaction with the boss, he comes up to me, the guy I was dating, and he says, hey, like, do you know why the boss just went into the women's washroom? And I was like, huh? And he's like, yeah, like, I just saw him grab some change and then go into the woman's washroom. And I was like, oh my God. So then I let about 5-10 minutes pass, and I was like, I'm gonna go see if he just did what I think he fucking did. I go in. There was a tampon sitting on the counter for me, left like a little fucking present. Like, he did it just to be like, I caught you, bitch. Ooh, it was sinister. It felt sinister. The air felt sinister. I was like, oh my God, he's crazy. Like, it's really that serious for you because I want to move in my job? It's really that serious? Okay, you want to play that game? Let's play that fucking game. Ah! Ooh, I don't know if I don't think you guys understand how excited I was to have something on him like that. So I just go back to work. Then 5 minutes later, he comes up to me and says, I need to talk to you in my office. I said, okay. So then he talks to me and confronts me and he says, so I just got the cleaning lady to go into the bathroom and check if there were tampons, and there are. So, and I knew his ass was lying. I knew he went in the bathroom, which is, you can't do that as a man. You can't go in there. You just can't. You can't do it. You have to get a woman to go in there. So I sat there playing dumb. I was like, oh yeah, like, I'm sorry I lied, blah, 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 blah. Just playing dumb. I let him have the win in the moment. And it was so satisfying because I was smiling in his face while I said it. And he thought he had something over me, like, oh, I caught her. And she's all like, yeah, I was very happy. I was very happy to sit there smiling in his face. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm going to get you even bigger than this. Don't even worry about it. So then I write a little email, a long email actually, to all the bosses, and I say what he did. And long story short, there was a lot more after that, but I got his ass fired. Yes, I did. And it took a lot of standing in my own power, because I told the other workers, some of the people I was friends with, and I said there were other things that he was doing. There was a long list of things he was doing that were not right. And I said, oh, he's doing this, he did that, he put the tampon, blah, blah, blah. Like, this isn't right. Like, are you guys gonna, I basically asked them, are you guys gonna stand with me? And all of them were just like, I don't want to get involved. Which, okay, fine. I know that it's scary to go up against a company and to go up when you have families and kids, whatever. I had nothing to lose, bitch. I had nothing to lose. I did not give a fuck about this job. You think I'm gonna sacrifice my morals for a job? A factory job at that? Okay. No. So I was like, oh, and I even asked the guy I was dating, and he said, oh, you should just leave it, like, it's gonna cause problems. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. And this was before I sent the email, by the way. Like, I was asking people, and everybody told me don't do anything about it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this guy has no power like you guys think he has, but okay. I'm more powerful, bitch. I don't care. And so I even went to my family, bro, because my mom worked at the factory. Her boyfriend she was dating at the time worked at the factory. They all told me don't do anything. You're gonna cause problems. I don't care. He's causing problems. Why can't I hold him accountable? So I felt so crazy because everybody was telling me, like, leave it alone. Like, it's gonna make things worse. And I had, like, God in my ear, because I was really, I felt really connected to God back then. I'm getting back there, but anyways, back then I felt really connected to my intuition. And I just kept hearing God say, just do it. Like, stand alone. You can do this. It's going to be fine. And I was like, okay. Like, and I remember even one night going home and I was just crying in my car. And I was like, I don't know if I'm doing, like, I literally talked out loud to God crying. And I was just like, I don't know why you want me to do this. Because that night my supervisor gave me a review, and he purposely gave me a bad review. And he just said how bad of a worker I am to my face. And that made me cry when I was in my car, because I worked so hard. I worked harder than anybody, and I knew my shit. I was such a good worker. So I knew he was doing that just to, like, assert his fucking dominance even more, bro. Like, his male dominance. He was trying to have a hold over me. And it all came down to that he could not stand that me as a woman, a young woman at 19 years old, was standing up to him and saying, what you're doing isn't right. I'm challenging you. He could not fucking stand it. So I went home crying, and I was calling out to God, like, everybody's telling me not to do it. Like, I don't think I should do this. I don't know why you want me to do this. And I just kept hearing, everything will be fine. I emailed the company. They do a whole investigation. I got to be paid and stay home for 3 months. Yes, I did, because when they do an investigation, you can't be there. And then his ass got fired. And guess what? Everybody wants to fucking take credit now. All of these workers, because everybody had to get interviewed for the investigation. So all of these workers are like, yeah, like, if it wasn't for me, like, saying this, and this, like, I don't think, bro, what? I stood alone. I asked you guys for help, and you guys were too big of pussies, grown-ass men, to do anything about it. Grown-ass men didn't want to do anything about it, but you're gonna try and take my shine as a young 19-year-old woman, doing it on my own, standing up to a 45-year-old man? Oh! It was infuriating, but that was an example. That was an example of me standing alone. And after that all happened, I realized, like, wow, I actually don't need to listen to anybody ever when I know something is wrong versus right. I know in my heart, and I have a connection to God. I don't need to get my mom's opinion, like, that's the thing. I think a lot of us place a lot of our family's opinions in high regard. It is inevitable. When you were born, your parents are your God. They birthed you into this world. You take everything they say as fact. And if you really start to pay attention to it when you're an adult, pay attention to certain things they say that you just believe, okay? Because I still do it to this day, but bless my mom's heart, after that day, I said I'm not listening to anybody ever again, because I need people that are going to support me and what I know is right. And if you're too scared to do something about it, don't tell me that I should be. Like, you know, that's what it comes down to. It comes down to they couldn't do it if they were in the position, so they're telling you shouldn't. We're not the same. Like, if you don't feel like you could do it, that's fine and that's valid. Like, I understand, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about being scared. Like, I just don't. And so that's the message for today, guys. Like, literally, if you have to stand up for something, or it can be something small, it can be something big, you need to fucking stand alone if that's how it's gonna be. Like, don't compromise who you are because no one's standing with you. Because then what do you get? A bunch of people that, like, you don't vibe with, that don't even have morals. And it's not to say that, like, all those people don't have morals, but having morals and then acting on them is very different, okay? So knowing morals and acting on them is different, and your character and how you act and what you do is everything. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys encouragement today. If you are making any changes to your life, even if you're just here, because life is fucking hard, and we go through days, and sometimes days on end, or weeks or months, when you just feel like you don't even want to be here anymore. But I'm proud of you for staying here, because I know that you're destined to be something great. I know that I'm destined to be something great. And if we keep just following that voice, waking up every day and just doing our best and putting our all in, I know that great things will come. It is our birthright. We are destined for it, okay? So I love you guys so much. If you clicked on this video, you are amazing, and I'm so grateful for you. My name is Sydney, and if you like my vibe, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment as well. Oh, comment down below maybe a time that you had to stand up for something that was really scary to do. And just give yourself, like, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself for standing up and doing what was right, okay? I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!